Good morning, and a beautiful rainy morning it is. Today we're going to be winterizing the ZR2. So let's get it ready for this Alaskan winter. So I'm definitely working in some tight conditions. Give you guys a view from the back to show you how close I have it to the door. The factory does come with a block heater, but the only problem with that, it heats the coolant. As you see, we have the 3.0 Duramax Diesel. Battery is located on the passenger side, and I believe from the factory, if you look inside the grill here, there's like little fins, so when it gets cold, they should shut. I ordered all this on Amazon. I have an affiliate link below. It does help out the channel, and it should make it easy for you guys to find all these parts. So on the right hand side, there is a 100-watt pad for the transmission, 150-watt pad for the engine, an outdoor multi-plug, and then on the far left, it's going to have a battery tender, and this one is a 5 amp. And then you're also going to need some zip ties so you can tidy it up and keep it away from anything that may be hot. You're going to need some RTV. You want the red high temp. I like to put it around the pads to make sure they stay on. If they're not self-hearing, you're also going to need it for the back of the pad. So this is the first time I've been underneath the truck. It looks like I got lucky. Looks like I don't have to pull the skid plate. And it's also nice to know that you can do an oil change without pulling the skid plate off. And then you're also able to get to the transmission. It looks like the back is sticky. This is the 150. I'm going to try to place it like this so the cord is as far forward as possible and on the passenger side, because I want all the wires to go on the passenger side towards the battery. Probably should make sure it's on a clean surface too, which I didn't do. You can run a small bead RTV across the edge here just to hold it on and protect it a little bit. Next, get your 100-watt. Looks like I'm going to run it to the frame and then go up on the side of the engine, trying to avoid all the exhaust, because of course the exhaust is on the passenger side. You also can take your zip ties and zip tie them together to make it a little easier. Alright, so I tie the bell wire up here, and hopefully I can carefully pull both of them up. Try to wheel it around. Let's get it up here. Well, got the one. I'm gonna try to get it down underneath this frame. Alright, I think both of them are up here. Yeah, I have to go back underneath there. Again, have small fingers would help. But use the billing wire, maybe as a finger, hook it. You guys are not holding the light. I can't see. There we go. Get it good enough to get my fingers in here. Kids, don't try this at home. Mess around a battery with wires and get yourself electrocuted and hurt. Here we go. Alright. Hopefully there's more room than that. That might be all she wrote. So let's see if I can find some extra slack. But before I do that, I'll zip tie it up here and make sure it don't go back down there again. A little bit more slack I can get. I'll probably run a loose one around the AC. Obviously that's not going to get hot. Try to pull the wires up. Grow an extra hand. I probably only got maybe an inch. Not that much more. So it looks like that's all I'm going to get. Super tight, which might create an issue if I ever have to take the battery out. Alright, so we're going to take our multi-plug. It has 4 plugs. Try to get it zip tied so it stays up like this. And you can still get to the switch. Should be out of the way of undoing the battery. Make sure you tap it so it ain't going nowhere. Okay, so there's 2 taps. Push here, pull up. Get a 10mm wrench. If you're right-handed, get a right-handed wrench. If you're left-handed, get a left-handed wrench. Give it some oomph. Disconnect the negative. Alright, get your 13mm. Undo this one. Alright, here's the battery tender. 5 amp. So it does come with alligator clamps. But I'm going to attach it so it's permanent. You put red on positive, which is a 13 millimeter. You put negative on the black side, which is going to be 10 millimeter. And then you're going to wire it like this so you can put the lid on. See how it comes this way? Lay flat through this hole, and then it comes out. And that should get it to look exactly like factory. So if my calculations are correct,
My calculations are correct.
it should just snap right on. Easy peasy. There we go. Looks just like factory. This is pretty big. I mean, the size of my hand. Alright, I have a zip tie to the frame. Zip tie to the frame, just to the wire. So that's not very good. On this side, I have a tie that they use to hold the wire together. One of these ties, which is not that good. So I'm probably going to have to cut it out, drill the hole just a little bit bigger so I can run a zip tie through it. Otherwise, eventually, it's just going to move its way to being on the fender. Next, it's just a matter of rounding the wire up to the front. So the easiest way to get to the front here, just take this panel off. It's a little place for a screwdriver. Carefully slide it in. Pull up on it. And then go from another end. And then pop it completely up. And do it hopefully without breaking. Here's a short extension cord that I made for my Dodge. So I'm going to undo that so I can feed it between the grill on the top part. Remember, you can't go down below because the fins move up and down. And to take that cover off, you do have to take off the release handle for the hood. It's a T15. What I did is I started by feeding it down to the top part. Use my fingers and guide it over here. And then reinstalled the plug. I did wrap it in a bunch of electrical tape, try to keep moisture out. So I put a zip tie right here, I zip tie it in a loop, and I also wrapped it in electrical tape. Keep moisture out and also to keep it together. Last thing I need is for it to fall off in the middle of winter and I gotta take everything apart. Now I'll just start reassembling it. Once you get everything installed, make sure everything's tidied up, that the hood's gonna close and everything. So let's plug it in and test it. So it looks like it says it's charging, 12 volt and standard. You can see the light that it's getting power. I didn't touch any settings on the battery tender, so when you plug it in and unplug it, it should go back to the setting. And just like that, we're ready for winter. So I hope this was helpful. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. If you haven't done so already, please smash that like button, subscribe. Until the next video, thanks for watching. Bye.